All right, here we go. Hey, welcome everybody to Empires Episode 4 BTS Commentary. It's your man Paco. Hanging out with Austin and May, and we got evicted out of the couches, so we're here.
Yeah, we're here. We're here.
Here we are. Let's get into this bad boy right
now. We're here.
Ooh, the Coliseum. Whoa.
Oh, this is one of my favorite locations.
Why?
The Coliseum?
I mean,
because it looks and feels like a football
Coliseum.
stadium when you walk in.
Oh,
I can't wait to talk to you about this moment here.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Wow. BT's got some speed.
Like I really enjoyed that.
I don't know if BT liked that or not.
That little dude right there on the bottom,
Dude.
the older guy.
Manuel.
That guy was really cool. He was a really cool guy to talk to.
That was awesome.
Who didn't know there was going to be a gladiator quote in the Coliseum? Anybody? Everybody knew that was going to happen.
We all knew.
It had to happen.
How could it not?
Military, economics, culture, the arts, no matter the arena, Rome was the dominant reality.
Paco, you got any jokes?
Not Roman ones.
It is gone, it is irrelevant, it is no more.
Yes, and not any Roman ones. How about you? You got any jokes?
What have I already used? Did I tell you the one about how many birds it takes to screw in a light bulb?
No,
This is a May original.
How many birds does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Toucan. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one once or twice.
Don't steal my thunder.
Once, or toucan. Stolen.
Like, you've been talking about bringing a photo that was drawn and wrong for like every episode.
All right, so I don't have it in person, but I do have a picture of it.
That'll work for us.
You got a picture? Yeah. So this guy named Leonardo drew this picture, and
that looks great.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
I'll bet you want to see it, huh?
I don't know which camera I should show. Can I show this one? This one? I'll show this. So this is the picture. You see that? That was like kind of. You want me to come closer? I'll come closer. Out of the seat.
Welcome to Empires.
He's a real rogue.
You see that?
Real maverick, that Austin living good.
Isn't that good? That's pretty good. I mean,
pretty good.
Pretty good. I paid 10 euros for it.
Did
Do you need it again?
I don't know if it's worth 10 euros, but it's pretty good.
I mean,
he gave you a pretty thick neck.
I mean, I have a thick neck.
Oh.
I mean,
I didn't notice.
I guess it's...
My legs are kind of small.
Yeah.
I kind of look like...
You skipped leg day.
I did skip leg day.
Yeah, get them squats, bro.
Paco and I did leg day together in Rome.
Oh!
And then...
In the gym.
Just wasted my legs. And then about an hour later, we were going on a walk. It was like the end of the day, so we had some time. And I decided to race our camera guy down the hill. And kind of forgetting that we had just worked out. And I just tumble at the very end because I was trying to avoid hitting Leslie. I still have, there's like a sweet scar on my back.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. When I wear a tank top, you can see it.
Street cred.
Let's pray over it.
I like it. I'd like to keep it. I don't want it to go.
Yes, and I'd like to keep it.
I'd like to keep it. It's definitely a nice memory to have. I love it. It's great.
Now, what time did you have to wake up to go to the Coliseum?
Subject.
Remember there's this video playing?
Sorry, we got used to you. We got used to you not being here.
We haven't seen you in a while, so we're like catching up with you.
Sorry.
What time did you wake up to get to
Oh, there it is. Okay. This is the So the Coliseum, I actually came to a little bit later because they wanted to get this sunrise shot. So they had a crew that went there first, and then I came probably around 10 a.m., 11 a.m.
Oh, sweet! You had a great setup there.
Yeah, well, I got to. I think the day before we had a long shoot, like 12. It was like a 12-hour day, I think, and so I got there, and they were inside. So this is the when we got to the Coliseum, they were at the very top, and I had to get to the gate, and they had an access pass for me, so I had to get the access pass and move through the crowd. But I mean, it took a long way to get to there.
It's like going to the top of an NFL stadium.
Oh, for sure.
And no one else was in there but you guys, right?
Right.
Was that creepy?
At the top. That was it's pretty weird, man. It's pretty weird. Brian and them, I think they got to go underneath, which nobody gets to go to the bottom, which was pretty. That was pretty sweet. I was kind of mad I missed that. But did I tell you about the Bulgaria lady? Did I talk about that in the other video?
I haven't seen any of
told
these.
you? No.
I'm afraid
Well,
to
so
I'm afraid to talk about what you said.
when we were at the Coliseum, there's a little hill on the outside. And there was like this stone wall because I was doing a song out in front of it, and I get my guitar case and I set it up on the stone wall, and Tyler Roberts, the video guy's like right here, and so I open up my case and I just hear, "Hello." Have I told this before?
No.
I've totally told this before.
This before,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, great.
Yeah.
Then we're all in the know. I don't need to continue.
I'm really curious what's down on the ground.
That's it.
That's
all I got.
Start, finish it. You gotta finish it.
I'm gonna leave now.
My work here is done. I had one story lined up for this one.
Guys,
Paco and I worked out together in Rome.
you got any jokes? You got any jokes?
Right.
Talk about empires. My empire keeping this thing going is crumbling, man. I'm telling you.
Don't put your
Having
hope
to
in
care.
that.
My hope is found in nothing less.
Now you did say
than
you were
Jesus'
saying
body
this.
and righteousness.
Okay, we're still talking about Jesus. You said that you were gonna.
I was the underneath.
Yeah, you're gonna get down here. Did you get to go down here?
I didn't get to go down there.
Okay.
No. But that was the top. That's where we started,
Wow.
which is wild.
Do you like traveling?
Me? I love to travel. Yes. Love traveling.
Bansham?
Oh, love it. Yeah.
One thing that was really sweet coming back.
Hey May.
Hey May, do you like traveling?
I love it. Thanks for asking.
Great, you're welcome. Hey,
Yes, Morgan.
let me ask you guys something. When you came back, so we flew from Rome to Atlanta. You didn't have to wait in line. Did you wait in line?
I had to wait in line.
You waited. So I get there and I'm like, there's such a long line. Like, I wish there was another way. There's this thing called the mobile passport.
You were telling me
Did I
about
tell you
it when
about
you were
that?
on the other side, and I was trying to download it while I was in line.
Yeah, you download it. Oh, I forgot about that.
This is one of the best
The
lines.
best.
That's exactly what you should have said in that moment.
And your veins.
Yeah.
I love that. Nice little underhand.
Like, he could have answered the door in regular clothes. He could have, but he was like, let me mess with these Americans.
He's like, I'm gonna make sure that they know who's boss.
So he was like a weightlifter, MMA fighter. Like, what was his gig?
I mean, apparently this is his gig.
The
He's a
trainer.
gladiator.
He's a gladiator
Yeah.
trainer. I mean, I feel like I'm going into a CrossFit session. I don't even know what this is.
Real question: did you have shorts on underneath that?
Nope.
Oh my
I
man.
didn't. I had my boxers on. That was it. That's what I had. Yeah, I was really glad the camera wasn't on the other side when I did a little tumble here, because
Oh, yeah?
you don't want to have people to unsee some things.
Have you done this sort of stuff? Football training?
Gladiator training?
Yeah.
I mean, football training. This is similar to boxing and MMA training.
Okay.
Like
it is?
the rope is a boxing. Well,
Huh.
boxing has taken it, right? You've seen the old versions of guys throwing punches in and out of that.
Yeah.
But they probably get it from the gladiators. You guys look like you were going fast.
I
Yeah.
mean, we were
that right there, too.
You think
That
you're going
looks fun.
fast, in reality, you have
That reminds me of Wipeout.
you have the
Oh, I'd be
mechanics of a
terrible.
6-year-old. Sheesh. See, look at
That was pretty good.
That was good. Instant replay.
Don't kill each other, please. Nice.
I did tumbling tigers when I was young.
You
That's
did?
all I know. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah,
That's
that was fun.
Always
Were those
wanted
real
to-
swords?
Those were they were real swords, but they were dulled. They were dulled down.
They were metal.
But I mean, look at that. I mean, I could have gotten it. I needed a tetanus shot. How close that got.
Wow.
Sheesh. Oh,
How many times did you forget to breathe while you were doing? Like, you were having so much fun and/or jumping.
I don't think I ever forgot to breathe because I was just always catching my breath. Surprised BT.
It says, the closed caption says, "You're ready for pipe." They can't pick up the accent. Did you see that? It says, "You are a good student. You're ready, for pipe."
What do you think would be your like secret sauce magic weapon if you were a gladiator?
Oh, I got it already.
What is it?
The eye poke.
Oh,
Think about it. Watch this. Right? Like you freeze, right?
the eye poke.
Yeah. Three Stooges, you do. Works great.
I would think that your ability to communicate would come in handy. Like you might just be able to talk somebody out of
Oh,
it.
yeah, that's true. But you can't talk to like a lion. You know what I mean?
Oh, I was thinking mano a mano.
Oh, yeah, definitely try to talk. Yeah, hey, let's put the weapons down and have a conversation.
Yeah.
No.
What's really
See, there's
What's your core
there's
problem?
there's some part that's just like kind of fun to like inflict some kind of pain. It's like kind of hilarious. I don't know, like you
yes
know,
and
and like for me, if I had like a magic pain infliction, I don't know, I would want to like, I'd want to be able to like look at somebody like, and whatever the
Does it hurt?
pain would be of like a nice flick.
Oh, on the look.
That
So
would-
if
yeah,
you
on
looked
the
at me,
look.
So
if I'm like,
flick me in the forehead. Yeah.
yeah, like that would be.
That's kind of neat. I
like
like
basically a mean mug.
Oh yeah, totally.
Let me
Like
see
if
your
I
best mean mug.
mean mug, you ready?
Right into the camera.
Give me a mean
Here's
mug.
mine.
I'm just gonna try to
You didn't
match
see it was
yours.
this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to match May's. Here's
Oh wait,
mine.
are you saying mean mug or like stank face? Because there's a difference. Like-
Paco, you're the referee. Is it?
Sorry, one more time. I'm
So,
sorry, I
like,
wasn't paying attention. What
You
were
have like
saying?
a mean mug, like which is like I'm pissed, or you have like
it's
the
something
stank
so
face
bad.
where you're like, oh, this is not like.
Wait,
you
let me
hear,
try
you
again.
hear a John Mayer solo, you're like,
Oh, mean mug. Mean mug.
oh,
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Oh.
Stank face is good.
Mean
that's-
mug is
I hear him
this.
playing right now. When you,
yeah, like you're just.
Here's
Yeah.
mean mug. Ready for it? Ready for it? That was a mean mug.
Ooh, that was a good one.
I've gotten those a lot.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Let me
No.
see yours.
Ready?
Right in
Here's
the
my mean mug. You ready?
Yeah. Oh, you're just thinking. You're just thinking.
What are you
about
thinking
you,
about?
Paco?
Mean things? Hey,
Mean
no.
mug.
Okay. Not very good on cue like this.
Yeah, be mean.
Are you constipated? What is that?
Well, I see that? Yeah. There's more where that came from. My goodness.
Oh,
See,
I
you're
knocked your
fine.
mic
That
over
was
with
the
my anger.
magical powers, dude. I just flicked it. You see that? That was
Wow.
it going on. The Lord is here.
This guy is. He's angry.
Woo!
But imagine you walked up to like, hey man, you better stop it. And the person was like, I'd freak you out, right?
That reminds me of like the Incredibles.
There's like a yeah.
the
That's what I was
baby
gonna
in
say.
The
Yeah, it's like a,
Okay, what are we doing up here on screen?
What's happening here in Rome?
Reloop.
him. BT spit some truth, literally.
So he got to, so he legit got to yell a quote from like one of the best fighting movies of all time in the Coliseum.
He did get to do that.
That's a bucket list item for
That
like
is
a ton
totally
of
a bucket
people.
That
list
is cool.
item. He also quotes it later, and it literally took him like 7 or 8 tries. To
Really?
Get it right. Yeah, it is hilarious.
When you're in a place like this,
Mm-hmm.
do you put yourself in the shoes of people? Like we were talking about that when we were there. For kids, like as a way to teach them about it. Like imagine you're about to go fight and
Yeah.
you get out there and there's thousands of people who are maybe cheering for you to not do so well, you know? Or maybe like imagine you're one of the people in the stands and you're watching something go down that's obviously
That's a really cool
It's big
way.
enough.
I've not exercised my imagination that way, but I think that's a really cool way to think about things like moving forward.
the next best thing to like being there and actually sensing it, you know, is
for sure.
imagining it.
Yeah, that's great.
What were you thinking about when we were there?
In the Coliseum.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was right there with you in that. Like, what would it be like to be in the stands here? And then also, what would it be like if I got called on? Because you didn't really get to pick a lot of times if you were going to fight in that.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You got selected. Like, this is going to be your deal. And then I also was thinking about like, what are the things that I'm just kind of cheering on from the stands
Right.
and culture now?
Right.
And what are the things that I'm willing to kind of step up and go like, no, I'm going to fight against that because that's not something that I want to be consumed by.
Yeah.
What's one of those things?
One of the things we're fighting for?
Yeah.
Well, two. They both have to do. Well, one has to do with like some of the racial tension in our culture. Like I can't stand by and let that just be. I have to really be an advocate for that. The second thing is around inclusion in regards to gender. So like making sure that women are represented in the things that we do. You know, something that I get to be in charge of.
My man.
Yeah.
That's fun. Lambe.
Lambe, yes, and. So, how about you guys?
Oh.
Put me all on the spot. Yes,
I
and.
know.
Yes, and did me all the way to a conversation. What you got?
Oh man, I love McDonald's. You just asked what I thought.
What a strange.
And
And
see.
May?
Um.
See, we can do that now.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
actually here.
What
now
if you just?
Now it's not an awkward transition.
Right. So like, cut.
We can throw to May because May's like always like 3 steps ahead
That's
of
right.
wherever I'm at.
Wow. That's nice.
It's true.
Just following Paco.
So you're like 6 steps ahead of me.
Oh man.
I got a lot to learn. You do.
There's no camera over there. I looked at the camera and I was like, there's not a camera. I guess that is a camera.
That's a GoPro.
That's a GoPro.
That counts.
Okay. Just buying time while I think of what I'm standing
There you
for.
go.
Where are you gonna
Like
stand
any
for?
Twix.
I think just our jobs in general set us up for that. So,
Sure.
the thing that I think about a lot is because I work with kids, the value of kids and that they can be a part of the kingdom and an important part of the kingdom now and doesn't just have to be once they're
Word.
18.
Word.
So, I think that's something I can stand up for.
Strong. Now, this
That's
right
a
here
mean mug.
is a
That's the mean
sir.
mug, yeah. That's what I was
That-
trying to get to.
Yeah.
I just didn't have the intensity. Don't have my stuff on. See, look, it did
Oh,
take you
yeah.
7 tries. Yeah.
You iced
Wow.
it hard there. That looks intense, dude. That's a great mean mug. Yeah, that's great. Thanks for joining us today.
I'm just saying, man, I'm trying to impress Manuel.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying
It's
to
hard
do.
to do.
I know.
He's a tough cookie.
The best part is the lady
He's
on
a
the
tough
bottom has just
guy.
not looked up from her phone once.
Oh, was that was Deb.
Yes, yes.
So, yeah, Deb was our really, really good point of contact.
Producer.
Dude, that
producer,
thing on
yeah.
your arm,
So,
was that heavy?
That? I know. I felt like, I don't know, like I had a shell on. Felt like,
Turtle shell almost?
like, man, this is what it's like to be a
Wow.
hermit crab. I don't know. A battling hermit crab.
Was that as intense as it looks?
It was.
Were you guys really going after it?
We were actually
That's
going
awesome.
after it, yeah.
That's the only way to do it.
That was my favorite thing to do, was spin.
Would you consider
Valid.
your rear end to be hipster?
I mean, probably.
I mean, you are winning at this point. Uh-oh.
And I
Is that
did
you?
win. That was me. I won.
Wow.
Okay.
See, anytime you get a chance to humble a mega pastor, it's wonderful. A mega church pastor.
That's great. He is also 30 years your senior.
I know. I wanted to hand him some tennis balls for his walker after that.
Oh, nice.
So, oh.
Dude, he looks really sweaty. Like, you guys are really...
Dude, it was hot.
Yeah.
I mean, we were definitely sweating. I don't know if I sweated more doing that or the soccer.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, the soccer was just
Yeah, soccer was intense.
that was intense.
Every time I see that now, I just think that beer wasn't very good.
It was not good. It was
And yet,
it
you
was
guys
not good.
kept getting the same kind of beer.
They just bought so many. They bought so many. We're like, we can't waste it.
24-pack is a 24-pack.
I guess. That's
Swear,
true.
doesn't matter if it's Italian gross beer or Natty Light. You gotta drink it.
What would you call that name of that character that you slip
character?
into
Me?
sometimes?
Let's just
I call him. His name's Donnie.
What
Oh, he
if
has
it
a
was-
name.
oh,
Donnie Baker. He's actually a real man. If you YouTube him, Donnie Baker's his name. He's like this guy that's just like, he slips into this accent and he's just like, man, I swear it's true. You know, it's just like,
Yes.
I think you flicked him again with your face there.
Yeah, that hurt.
that hurt. I swear it's true.
I want it to be. I want you to have an alter ego named Dustin.
Dustin or Dusty.
He's probably a bro. Well, cause like Austin and Dustin.
Yeah. It's-
I'd like you to have an alter ego named Jocko. Paco and
Jocko?
Jocko.
Dude, like the story.
Like your the gorilla
I
story.
got a story.
You got a
Well,
story.
it's a monkey.
It's a monkey.
The monkey story.
Is that
What would my alter ego could be? Shay. I don't know.
Jay?
Slay.
Ooh,
All right.
that's what it is.
That's it. Slay. That's
It's
it.
All right, what are you talking about here?
I don't know. I'm too busy listening to you guys. Jeez.
Culture's
destroying
destroying
us.
us. So.
Talking about just being worn out by culture.
Yeah.
And having to fight all the
Well,
time.
going back to what you were talking about, like things you want to stand for. You know, like you think about culture. Culture has a way, I think, of influencing us in all facets of our life. But when you kind of make the decision, to say like, hey, I'm willing to go against the grain to be the minority.
Yeah.
That I think that's where culture really changes. Instead of, because it brings in different perspective. So like for you, it was race and gender equality, right? Those are things like I can totally get behind that, yeah. And what was yours one more time?
Kids.
I love kids, obviously.
That's
My
that
kid,
right
got my wonderful mug here, Father's Day mug. Those are things like I'm like yes, like stand for that. We'll have a better culture if we definitely like stand for those things. And I would say one thing that I would love to stand for more. I think is I think we need more inclusion. Doesn't matter who you are, what you believe, just an inclusion. Like every one of the things before I got hired here at Crossroads, like Robbie and I had met quite a few times. He's my boss. If you guys don't know Robbie,
He's doing a great job, Robbie.
He's doing things. Robbie was like, I feel like you have relational equity. Like you have such good relationships with everyone. And I'm like, yeah, like that's for me, like one thing I want to stand for, like consistently in my life is just be like, you can have your own views and it can be respectable. Like you can respectfully be friends with someone still, or have some little bit of relationship.
Even if you disagree.
Sure. Yeah. And that's something I would like in our culture specifically. Like now, the culture of America is very divided based on your opinion on something. And I don't think it has to be that way all the time.
You guys are talking about the fight and the struggle to like support people who like adopt people, and that how we've all been spiritually adopted.
Yeah, we.
And so we naturally, even if we don't understand that theologically, we have a natural bent to help the oppressed and the orphan and those who are adopted. No question, the lion's share of relief work to those who are hurting their children is coming from believers. I've seen it.
Random.
Tell me more.
What if you guys just switched hats right now? I'm just curious. I was listening to you, but I also was like, what would he look like with his hat?
Let's do it.
Yeah, your hair looks good, Paco.
Thanks. Oh, this is a big hat.
Oh.
This is a small hat.
Yeah.
Oh,
You've got
I got a big head.
Yeah, we'll just roll with
I gotta
this
work
for
on
now.
my ego.
Switch it back. Switch it back.
Oh, look, this is the sun. No, we're going with this.
Are you? Okay.
Just don't stretch that out too
I'm just
bad.
gonna do this.
You know what I feel like? I feel like I'm in the Sandlot or like Little Rascals.
You look like a...
I look like a
You
little
look
rascal.
like 7th grade Paco.
Yeah, if I could just shave this off, I'd be 12 years old again. Here's the thing, too. This is a really warm hat.
It is a warm hat.
Is your head traditionally cold?
No, I'm actually like always hot, but I was cold when I was outside, and then I came in here. And this room that we're in is kind of toasty a little bit.
Yeah.
So this feels like I have the beanie on. When I take this off, I'm like,
Your ears are
kinda
bleeding.
nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll this up a bit.
Do it.
Because my ears are sweaty.
Do it, Steve Zissou. Look at this guy. Sheesh.
Wow. Oh, buddy. You trust me, right?
Tell me more.
Switch hats.
Switch it back.
You trust me,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah?
There it is. There it is.
I just wanted to...
Hey, let's
I
switch
was
glasses.
curious. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, please don't stretch these
Please,
out.
I will.
Oh, wait.
Man.
This literally... Look,
How many fingers am I
Oh,
holding?
God.
Look.
Oh.
Can't even... It's too... Look at this. Not good?
Not good. Here's the thing, if you can get those to fit on your head.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I just feel
Can
like
you see me?
I can see.
Austin, it's me. Can you see
You look
me?
like you're in a fishbowl right now.
This is not that bad.
Man, can you read that?
I can't read it, but I know that's Brian.
I'm gonna have.
Oh, we
does
were
anyone
outside
have
that place.
ibuprofen?
Hold on, she needs to see this.
This is a cool part, because we went there.
Yeah.
It's a cool part, because I identify with this.
Yeah. This prison, Peter and Paul locked up in there. That's.
Oh yeah.
I haven't been more thankful in a while that I don't wear glasses. So after watching how bad your eyes hurt from that.
Mine don't hurt.
Oh.
Mine hurt. I
sorry.
hurt. It's okay. Are you farsighted or nearsighted?
I just have real bad eyes, I think.
Okay. You should totally be a pilot, for sure.
There's more than one reason why I shouldn't. I can parallel park pretty well.
Me too.
Not as well as Paco's way.
Dude,
She's
Paco-
kind
my
of a
wife
genius.
is the best parallel parker I've ever met in my life.
Truth.
Yeah.
Parallel parking is like a Rubik's Cube behind the wheel. Like, you really got to, like, get every piece together for it to work.
Dude,
And
that's.
if you do one thing wrong, got to start over.
Mhm.
She loves Rubik's Cubes, my wife.
It's
like
amazing that
parallel
you
parking.
hardly ever see people in the background.
Yeah. How'd you guys do that?
Well, you know.
Was it just early enough?
We just,
Whatever
I
you were gonna
I don't know.
say,
We were
I
just
don't know.
gonna. I was gonna make a dumb joke. I think. I don't know. You know, I think they just picked the worst, like the most obscure spots,
Like
and then they get the B-roll, and then they're like, "Oh, we're actually here."
Like the entire.
Oh, but we're actually gonna be like by the toilets. No, just kidding. No, they went at like really good times.
Yeah.
I think they picked their times really well, and so there were times like they were definitely like peak times that some of these attractions would be. Filled
Because
with
when we went
people.
here, it was really early. Remember, May? And
Oh,
there
yeah.
was nobody there when we were
Yeah.
filming.
Yeah, when they like either early or like late afternoon, I think people would start just like getting rounded up and heading out, or whatever.
But the middle of the day, we went one time, and it was like
Middle of the day is crazy.
field trips all over the place.
You ever just think about pasta from Italy?
Ooh, carbonara. Miss that carbonara. With the bacon, with bacon bits in it. God bless. If Ron Swanson ate carbonara, he would just want like a blanket of bacon over it. You ever watch Parks and Rec? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that shit. It's a
Good.
one.
Good show.
That one scene. This is I don't even know why I'm talking about Ron Swanson, but he's my spirit animal. That's
Is he?
why.
Bacon got us here.
Yeah, he was like, I want you to add all the meat that you have. Just throw it onto the rest of my plate. And he goes, no. Waitress, what I would like you to, I think what you heard is I would like extra meat. No, I want all of the meat on the plate. That's basically what it was like for me in pasta. Just cut up more bacon. Just put I just want bacon wrapped
Bacon.
pasta.
Oh. What
That
about
would be
bacon
pretty
wrapped
good.
bacon? Give it a go.
Give it a go, Pinterest. Bacon wrapped pasta, please. He calls
He's
me
a-
hipster.
he's a handy
Jeez.
guy. He's
He
a
calls
handy
me
guy,
hipster.
He builds things.
Yeah, reclaimed wood.
Gonna build a table out of reclaimed barnwood.
Yeah.
And I'm the hipster.
But wasn't it on his property? That's authentic.
Yeah.
It's even more hipster. Even more. I just buy mine from Home Depot or something.
Reclaimed wood from Home Depot. I pay the extra $1.50 a square foot.
It's
for it.
pressure treated wood.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm trying to ball on a budget. Man.
That's right.
Dave Ramsey would be proud. My dude.
When we go, we build an AIDS hospice in South Africa. We're creating culture. We're healing people who have massive distresses in their lives. When we
It is interesting watching the closed caption.
Yeah, the closed caption. Whoever's on the closed caption here is not so great. There's like different words. coming
Alex, was that you?
in. Alex, you closed captioning right now? Turn the sound on. Try it again.
we're constructing and we're leading to the healing of people. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do in your day job.
Where you guys creating culture?
You gotta understand. You need to stay in your lane. There's a race that God would have you
Creating it?
Creating culture. He's talking about all things we do create culture.
God would have you here.
Well, as a dad of two, I think every day I'm creating a new culture in my family. Like,
Or establishing them.
yeah, you're totally. I mean, like you know, when we got married, we had our own kind of culture when we were in a one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Get a house and we have 2 kids now. Like every day, I think is like we are establishing and recreating the culture that
Yeah.
before. You know,
It's good.
so.
Great. How about you, May?
Man, this is hard for an introvert.
Yeah.
I want to go journal about it and come back in 5 minutes with an answer. I think the layup is in Kids Club, like being one of the people who gets to make stuff for kids.
Yeah.
I think it's changing. The stuff that we do is way different than if you grew up in church like I did. That stuff is so different than the things we make now. So
Nice. Creating culture.
What about you?
It's a thing.
You create culture like every day.
I'm the one asking the questions here. And look at that. We're out of time.
Oh, just
I'll
just
answer next week. How about that? A cliffhanger.
Ooh, a teaser.
We'll answer it next week.
Okay.
BTS, this has been episode 4, commentary with May. With Paco.
May.
With me.
May, Paco, and
confusing 'cause
Austin.
we
This is
switched
great.
names.
Wonderful.
May, and Austin. See you guys next time.
Bye.